Alright, so this is a tutorial on how to use Google Sheets to graph data. So I've got this sample data set here with pressure and volume, and I went ahead and put the values in for it. You, to get at this point, would have to open up your Google Drive and click Create or New and choose a new Google Sheets. So at this point we do Insert. It usually helps if you highlight the data you want to use, and Chart, and scatter plot's what we typically want to use in any type of physics type of problem, and so I could insert that very simply. If we're having to linearize data, you would probably pretty immediately recognize that that is a inverse type of function, whereas one thing goes up, the other thing goes down. And in order to linearize that, you might know, okay, well, I need to graph the inverse of whatever's on the x-axis, and in this case it happens to be pressure. I could have actually went through as I was making that graph and done this edit, but I'll do it here, and you can actually label the axes as you go. So our horizontal axis had pressure on it, and our vertical axis had volume, and really I should have units with this, but I didn't list units in my data, so I'm just going to leave that off for now. But yeah, if we're trying to linearize this, well, you know the next step would be to take the inverse of whatever's on the horizontal axis. So Sheets makes it really easy to do that. You can enter formulas. You just have to type an equals key, and there are a lot of different formulas. You can look these up. But anyways, so 1 over, and then I'm going to put a cell reference there so it'll find it, and it's 1 over A2. And actually I think if I put in parentheses, well, anyways, oh, that's why it's the wrong thing. 1 over A26, and I forgot the equal sign. That's what happens. There we go. So see how it's highlighting that cell? So that's how you know you got the right thing. So I hit enter there, and then if I want to do that for the rest of them, just grab that bottom right corner and just drag it down, and it'll do that for all the different cells. See how it picked out A27 and then A28. So it did that. Now, new graph. I'm just going to copy this down here, and it's not happy about that. I'm going to change that to paste values only. Bring my volume data down here. That's still volume. This now is inverse pressure, or 1 over pressure. And I can do a new graph with that data. Let's move this one out of the way. Okay, with that new data, so I'm going to insert another chart. And can go into customization here. That's what I could have done previously. So we can label our axes, and this is 1 over pressure, and this one is volume, and I could do lots of things, but the one thing I am going to do is I'm going to add a trend line. And that looks like a pretty linear data set, and you can actually choose some more things, like to show the r-squared value, and r-squared of 1 is perfect. You won't always get that close, and that's fine. And let's see, I want to display here, oh, the label, that's what I'm looking for. Use the equation. So then it'll actually give you the equation. So that the 0.5 would be the slope, and that would be the y-intercept there, the +0 part. Okay, so insert that, and there you go. And you can adjust, you can add the title, you can just adjust all kinds of things about this, but that's the basic intro to graphing in Google Sheets.